Welcome back to the BookCast. Today we are unpacking every layer of the incredible novel, A Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Mm.
Get ready for a deep dive into its characters, themes, and the hidden meanings behind the story.
It's such a foundational piece of science fiction.
Absolutely. This isn't just a tale of adventure, it's a fascinating blend of scientific speculation and boundless imagination.
Right.
We're going to explore how author Jules Verne took the cutting-edge science of his time and wove it into a narrative that still captivates us centuries later, with surprising facts and rich details directly from the novel itself.
Yeah, and what truly elevates this narrative, I think, is Verne's audacious blend of known science and, well, these imaginative leaps.
He wasn't afraid to push boundaries.
Not at all. He takes the dominant geological theories of his era, like the Earth's molten core, that was the big one.
Right, the standard view.
Exactly. And then, through Professor Liedenbrock's unwavering conviction, he cleverly introduces alternative, maybe fringe scientific hypotheses.
Like Sir Humphrey Davy's ideas.
Precisely. Like Davy's ideas about internal tides, which kind of imply a cooler, perhaps even hollow interior.
Which goes completely against the molten core idea.
Totally. And the key insight here isn't just about the plot. It's about how science itself progresses. What was considered absolute truth in the 19th century is now fascinatingly challenged by Verne's fiction. It's almost like a preemptive thought experiment.
Ah, that's a great way to put it.
And it forces us, the readers, you, the listener, to consider what absolute truths of today might be reimagined or even overturned tomorrow.
Yeah, by new discoveries or just sheer imagination. That's a powerful point.
It really shows how Verne was always pushing the envelope, making us question what we think we know.
Definitely. So let's begin our own deep dive into this extraordinary tale by setting the stage. We need to talk about its unforgettable protagonist, Professor Otto Liedenbrock.
Ah, the professor. Quite a character.
Right. Imagine it. It's May 24th, 1863. He bursts into his Hamburg home, 19 Koenigstrasse, one of the city's oldest streets.
Just storms in.
Yeah, and his cook, Martha, hasn't even got dinner on the table yet. You can practically feel the air crackle with his impatience.
He's not exactly known for his calm demeanor, is he?
Not even slightly. This man, we quickly learn, is famously, almost comically irascible.
He's prone to these sudden explosive outbursts, even apparently during his mineralogy lectures at the Johanneum. That's the local academy where he teaches.
Right, his day job.
Yeah. And he'd make abstract scientific terms like rhombohedral crystals or titanite of zirconium, complex mineral structures, sound like a personal insult if his students weren't keeping up.
Wow.
Sometimes even resulting in what the narrator calls most unscientific oaths.
But despite all that, this temper, his intellect is truly formidable.
Oh, absolutely. His reputation as a savant, a profound scholar, is renowned throughout Europe.
It's quite the paradox, isn't it? This brilliant mind stuck with such a volatile temper.
Definitely. And his work, this treatise upon transcendental chemistry, it might have been a financial flop.
Not exactly a bestseller.
No, but it earned him immense respect. Consultation from leading chemists of his day, people like Becquerel and Dumas, real scientific heavyweights.
And here's where Verne adds that little touch of, charm, blurring the lines between fiction and history.
The name dropping.
Exactly. The novel tells us that even celebrated figures like Humphrey Davy and Humboldt supposedly called on him in Hamburg.
Now, wait a minute, Davy. Davy died in 1829, right? Long before 1863.
Exactly. And that's the thing. For you astute listeners out there, yes, it's an anachronism.
So not a mistake.
Probably not. It feels deliberate. It subtly reinforces Liedenbrock's almost legendary status within the novel's world. Like, his fame transcends even time, attracting scientific giants past or present.
I like that interpretation. It really does build him up as this force of nature and science, a magnet for intellectual curiosity across eras.
Physically, what did he look like?
He's described as tall, spare, thin, with an iron constitution that kind of belies his 50 years.
Doesn't seem 50.
No. He has these restless eyes darting behind his spectacles, always searching, analyzing, and that long, thin nose.
And the one the boys joked about.
Yeah, the one they said was magnetized. But it really only attracted one thing, snuff.
Ah, classic.
And he was also the curator of the valuable Struve Mineralogy Museum. So his expertise wasn't just theoretical, it was hands-on, obsessive.
He didn't just study minerals, he lived and breathed them.
Pretty much.
Okay, so we have this intense, brilliant, but kind of terrifying professor, But who's our guide? Who's telling this story?
Ah, that would be Axel, his orphan nephew.
Right, the narrator. And he describes himself pretty humbly just as the professor's laboratory assistant.
He's definitely the quieter, more grounded presence in this eccentric household. The voice of reason, maybe, or at least relatable human fear.
Yeah, I'd say so. He admits to having mineralogist blood in his veins, which is a nice nod to his uncle's influence.
And he humorously says he preferred dusting his uncle's mineral collection over, normal childhood games.
Which sets him up perfectly. He's connected to this world even if he's often completely overwhelmed by it.
Yes, and that dynamic is crucial. Despite the professor's, let's say, peculiar habits.
Like trying to pull up plants to make them grow faster.
Exactly. Impatient even with nature itself. Despite all that, Axel holds a deep, genuine affection for him.
That bond is really the anchor, isn't it?
It is. It makes Axel's journey not just about adventure, but also about loyalty, family.
And there's something else grounding him, too.
Ah, yes, the romance. Very secret, very tender.
With Graben, the professor's goddaughter.
Right. A 17-year-old Verlandaise from Verland in Estonia. She's described as lovely, serious, blue-eyed, blonde.
And, fascinatingly, an accomplished mineralogist herself.
Yes, she often helps Axel with classifications. It hints at this quiet intellectual partnership even before the romance comes out.
It's a really vital thread of normalcy, maybe even warmth, woven into the professor's super intense world.
Absolutely. A nice contrast.
So, characters established, the stage is set for the big discovery, the cryptogram.
It starts in the professor's study, which is basically a character in itself.
A sight to behold, apparently. A perfectly organized museum of minerals.
Yeah, from graphites to gold, everything meticulously arranged, correctly named, total testament to his obsessive nature and knowledge, order and intellectual rigor everywhere.
It's a reflection of his mind, isn't it? Orderly, comprehensive.
But always hunting for something new, something to shake up that order.
And into this superstructured world arrives an old book.
A rare one. A first edition of Snorre Turleson's 12th century Icelandic chronicle, Heimskringla.
Now, Heimskringla is real, right? A collection of sagas.
Oh yeah, very real, very significant historical work about the kings of Norway. This copy is bound beautifully, a true collector's item. It immediately grabs the professor's attention.
Of course it does. And here's where the adventure truly ignites. Inside this ancient book.
They find it, a mysterious parchment, covered in runic characters.
That's the old Icelandic script, linked to Odin.
Said to be, yeah. Steeped in Norse myth and history. The professor is instantly captivated. His eyes just light up. He's convinced it hides some profound scientific secret.
Not just history, but science.
Definitely science for him. He uses a strong lens, and under what looks like an ink blot, he finds a name. Arne Saknussemm.
Arne Saknussemm, a 16th century Icelander.
Yeah, known as both a historical figure and a renowned alchemist. A seeker of, let's say, forbidden knowledge. The professor's excitement is just palpable.
You can almost feel it reading the page.
His conviction that this is a scientific secret, not just some historical puzzle, that's the engine driving everything.
So he tries to crack the code?
Right away. His initial attempts are methodical, logical, but wrong.
How so?
He counts consonants, vowels, figures out it's probably Latin, tries reading it by taking the first letter of each word, then the second, and so on. Very systematic.
But
But it doesn't work. He's looking for a complex academic puzzle, maybe overlooking something simpler.
And this is where Axel makes his accidental breakthrough, the funny part.
Hilarious, yes. While trying to test the professor's method, maybe just out of sheer frustration.
He accidentally deciphers something else entirely.
Exactly. He spells out, "I love you well, my own dear Graben,"
Oh no! Revealing his biggest secret to his uncle.
who is probably completely oblivious to that kind of thing anyway, but the professor is so consumed by the failure of his method, so furious at the cipher.
He doesn't even notice the romance part,
Doesn't seem to register. He just flies into a spectacular rage and storms out of the house.
leaving Axel with his heart pounding for two very different reasons.
Precisely. That moment just perfectly captures the professor's priorities. Scientific triumph above all else.
Personal stuff. Not important right now.
And not when there's a code to crack. His frustration is so immense, he declares a forced fast for the entire household.
A fast, like no food.
No food. And this isn't just a tantrum, it's a calculated extreme measure. He'd apparently done it before. Yeah, a 48-hour scientific fast to solve some chemical problem. This time, it's to force Axel, through hunger and pressure, to focus and help decipher the text.
That's tyrannical. But strangely effective, maybe?
Well, it works. Axel, driven by hunger and his uncle's relentless pressure,
Yeah.
he has this moment of accidental
What
brilliance.
so does he do?
He's just fanning himself with a parchment. A simple gesture, probably out of heat or frustration.
And he sees it.
He sees it, the secret. The runic message is written backward.
No way, that's simple.
That's simple, but so profoundly overlooked, it's often in those moments of distraction the clarity hits, right?
Absolutely. The classic aha moment.
Changes everything. The deciphered Latin phrase is astounding. Descend, o dax viator, et terrestre centrum attengi.
Which means?
Descend, bold traveler, and you will reach the center of the earth.
Wow, just wow.
It's followed by the signature. Cod fici, arni sagnusum.
I did it! Aaron Sagnuson.
Exactly. Confirmation that someone had not only thought about this impossible feat, but according to the message, achieved it.
Mind-boggling. It validates everything the professor hoped for.
Completely. His wildest dreams suddenly seem possible.
But Axel, he must be terrified.
Oh, absolutely. He's plunged into this intense internal conflict, despairing, scared, completely overwhelmed by his uncle's impulsiveness and the sheer danger.
Understandably.
His first instinct is to keep it secret, to protect them both from what seems like certain doom.
But he can't, can he?
Well, the professor's relentless demand for the key, the hunger, maybe a flicker of his own scientific curiosity, it wins out.
He spills the bean.
He reveals the solution, and the professor is just thrown into delirious rapture. Joy is almost frenzied. Saknussemm's brilliance confirmed. The journey is possible.
It's the pivotal moment. The impossible becomes an absolute scientific imperative for him.
His life's quest suddenly has a destination, a physical one.
And so the die is cast. The journey begins.
Immediately. This discovery pushes the professor into this feverish state of planning. Decision made. They must go. At once.
And he demands secrecy.
Inviolable secrecy, Axel calls it. He's worried the envious scientific community will steal his thunder, basically. Rush off and do it first if the document gets out.
But Axel tries to stop him, right? He raises objections.
Oh, yeah. Axel, ever the voice of reason, or maybe just conventional science, throws up every barrier he can think of.
Like the heat.
Exactly. The immense heat of the Earth's interior. That was the main scientific objection back then.
Based on the temperature gradient.
Right. The theory was temperature increases by, 1 degree Fahrenheit for every 70 feet you go down?
So Axel calculates.
A scorching 360,032 degrees Fahrenheit at the center. Hot enough to turn everything into incandescent gas. Human survival. Impossible.
A very logical scientific point.
Rooted in the accepted knowledge of the day. He also worries about the authenticity of the document itself.
I mean, a centuries-old coded message sounds a bit far-fetched.
It does, but the professor just brushes it all aside. He relies entirely on the book's age and Saknussemm's reputation.
Doubts? What doubts?
Exactly. He's not swayed by common scientific consensus or even his nephew's very valid fears.
So how does he counter Axel's points?
With characteristic conviction. He basically dismisses established theories as mere hindrances when you have the potential for direct observation.
Seeing is believing for him.
Pretty much. He even digs up alternative viewpoints like Sir Humphrey Davy's hypothesis again.
The one about the tides.
Yeah. Davy argued the core couldn't be liquid because the moon's gravity would cause constant, massive internal tides and earthquakes, which we just don't see.
So Liedenbrock uses that to argue the inside might be cooler, or at least not entirely molten.
Exactly. It supports his idea that the interior might be different from what everyone assumes. He's cherry-picking a bit, but it works for his argument.
Clever. What else?
He also talks about steam jets near volcanoes Reykjavik in Icelandic. He claims they actually indicate no impending eruption. His logic is, if pressure was really building, the gases would escape through the main crater, not little fissures.
So steam vents mean things are stable. Interesting logic.
It is. His core belief is just that direct observation, like Saknussemm's supposed journey, Trump's theory. Every time.
It's almost an anti-academic stance for a professor.
It really is. Focus on empirical evidence, even if it's ancient and coded.
And then Graben steps in.
Right. Adding another layer to Axel's motivation. She shows this unexpected enthusiasm for the whole dangerous idea.
Really? She wants him to go.
She encourages him.
Yeah.
Tells him to distinguish himself, be bold. This really solidifies his commitment, despite his fears. Her influence is quite powerful.
Wow. Okay, so the debates are settled mostly by the professor's sheer force of will Time for preparations.
Meticulous preparations. They're equipping themselves like a small army.
What kind of gear?
Okay, scientific instruments first. An Eigel's centigrade thermometer reads up to 302 Fahrenheit, way beyond normal.
For the potential heat, even if he argues against it.
Exactly. An aneroid barometer for extreme pressures, tracking depth. A precise Swiss chronometer for timekeeping.
Crucial for navigation.
Absolutely. 2 compasses, a regular one, and a dipping needle for magnetic angles.
And
night glass.
And lighting. They can't use torches, right?
Definitely not. Too dangerous, might run out of oxygen or hit flammable gas. So they bring 2 Ruhmkorff's apparatuses.
Those early electric lamps.
Cutting-edge 19th century tech. Basically, portable electric lamps powered by a Bunsen pile, like an early battery and an induction coil.
And the advantage?
Safe, contain light. Usable even in flammable gases or underwater, unlike open flames.
That's amazing. Verne really did his homework on the tech.
Oh, yeah. M. Ruhmkorff even won a big prize for his induction coil. It was groundbreaking stuff. Verne grounds the fantasy in plausible, if new, technology.
Incredible. What about survival gear? Digging tools?
Right. 2 Portes rifles and pistols.
Why? Are they expecting monsters?
He doesn't say. Maybe just ultimate preparedness. And crucially, gun cotton.
The explosive.
Highly explosive, yeah. Like early nitrocellulose, it's big advantage. Unaffected by moisture, unlike gunpowder. And very powerful.
Essential for blasting through unknown obstacles underground.
Totally. Plus, pickaxes, spades, a 300-foot silk rope ladder, iron-tipped walking sticks, hammer, wedges, and a huge coil of knotted rope for rappelling.
They're ready for anything. Food, water.
6-month supply of essence of beef and biscuits. Highly concentrated stuff. But for liquid, only spirits.
No water.
Nope. The professor is banking entirely on finding underground springs. A massive gamble.
Yikes. That's optimistic.
Extremely. Plus a big medicine chest splints, lancet for bleeding, the works, waterproof boots, tobacco, money. They are equipped.
Okay, gear packed. They head off. Copenhagen first.
Swift journey. Train to Kiel, steamer to Corsair. The professor is incredibly impatient the whole way, practically trying to push the train with his feet, Axel says.
Huh. Sounds like him.
In Copenhagen, they visit the Museum of Northern Antiquities, meet Professor Thomson, an archaeologist.
But they keep the real mission secret.
Oh, yeah. Carefully guarded. Axel feels the tension of that secret constantly.
Then Iceland.
Need passage first. They book on the schooner Valkyria. Captain Bjarne senses their eagerness and charges double fare.
Opportunistic.
Yep. Liedenbrock doesn't care. He just wants to get going. Axel takes in Copenhagen, the architecture, life a nice contrast before they descend into the unknown.
And the weird training exercise.
Ah, the church tower. Vorfrelser's Kirk. The professor makes Axel climb the spiral external staircase.
Why?
To get him over his giddiness, his fear of heights, preparation for the dizzying drops ahead, practical and symbolic. Face your fears now.
Makes sense, in a Liedenbrock way. The sea voyage.
Not smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Past Elsinore, Axel thinks of Hamlet through the rough North Sea, past the Faroes, and guess what?
What?
A formidable professor gets terribly seasick.
No way.
Yes, a rare moment of vulnerability. Puts a damper on his usual bluster. Even scientific titans get seasick.
Good to know. So they finally reach Iceland.
Yep, Faxabay, Reykjavik, June 11th. Liedenbrock, still pale, immediately spots Sneeville volcano in the distance. Their target.
And signals Axel to keep quiet.
With a subtle gesture. Yes, mum's the word.
Who do they meet there?
Local officials, Governor Baron Trampa, Mayor Finson, and importantly, Professor Fridriksson, who teaches natural sciences.
And he speaks Latin.
Conveniently, yes. So Axel can finally talk properly with someone besides his uncle.
What's Reykjavik like in the book?
Sparse vegetation, lots of cod drying everywhere. The people seem pensive, hardy, wearing traditional woolen vadmel.
And they learn more about Saknussemm?
Crucially, yes, over dinner with Fridriksson. Turns out Saknussemm wasn't just a scholar, but a 16th century alchemist whose discoveries were deemed heretical.
Heretical?
So controversial he was burned at the stake, and his writings put on the church's forbidden books list, the Index Expurgatorius.
Wow, that explains the cryptogram then.
Exactly. He had to hide his insights, not just from rivals, but to save them from being destroyed.
That changes everything. He wasn't just eccentric, he was persecuted.
Right. It makes him a kind of intellectual rebel. Liedenbrock sees him as a kindred spirit defying dogma. Deepens the admiration.
So, last piece of the puzzle before the climb.
The guide. They need someone local. Enter Hans Bilke.
Hans, the strong, silent type.
Very much so. Tall, robust eider hunter. They hunted ducks for their down. Calm, intelligent blue eyes, long red hair, phlegmatic, almost totally silent.
A complete contrast to the professor.
Perfect foil. The arrangement is simple. Hans guides them to Stapi at Snaefell's foot. 4 horses for gear, modest weekly wage, paid strictly afterward.
Paid on completion.
Yep. The professor muses that Hans has no idea he's about to play a marvelous part in going to the Earth Center.
Little does he know, Hans becomes indispensable.
Absolutely. Their quiet hero.
Okay, the team is assembled. Time for the real descent to begin. First, the journey to the volcano itself.
Right. The overland trek from Reykjavik to Stapi takes about 7 or 8 days, mid-June.
What's it like?
Grueling. Crossing fjords, desolate volcanic landscapes. They see some harsh realities, too, like people with leprosy, Spitelsk, a sobering reminder of the setting.
Adds realism.
It does. Then they have a really uncomfortable stay with this crude rector in a village called Budir.
That just makes the professor more eager to start.
Exactly. Solidifies his resolve. No more delays, let's climb.
And the climb up Snaefell, how high is it?
About 5,000 feet. Physically demanding. June 23rd. They navigate treacherous, loose stones.
Sounds dangerous.
But then get lucky. They find a natural lava formation like a staircase. Almost seems designed for them.
A geological miracle.
Pretty much. From about 3,200 feet up, above the snow line, Axel gets this dizzying panoramic view.
Sees Greenland.
Claims he can, yeah. Only 35 leagues, about 100 miles away. It's a striking contrast, this huge open vista before they plunge into the confined darkness.
Sets the mood, so they reach the crater.
Yep. Descend into the half-mile-wide crater. There are 2 visible chimneys, or vents.
And Saknussum's clue tells them which one.
Precisely. The specific chimney is marked by the shadow of a smaller peak, Scartaris, right at noon, during the last few days of June.
A natural sundial pointing the way.
Exactly. A single, fleeting moment of alignment.
But they have to wait for it.
Yes. And it's tense. Rain, clouds obscure the sun for days. They might miss the window. Have to wait a whole year.
Liedenbrock must have been going mad.
Barely contained rage, Axel says. Completely at the mercy of the weather.
But the sun comes out.
Finally. June 29th, second to last day possible. Right at noon, the shadow of Scartaris falls precisely on the middle chimney. The path is revealed.
An almost mystical moment.
Deeply satisfying. Nature and the ancient instructions align. The universe seems in on it.
Okay, path confirmed. How do they get down this chimney?
It's a terrifying 2,800-foot vertical drop.
Straight down.
Pretty much. First, they just drop the non-fragile baggage ahead of them.
Just toss it in.
Seems like it. Then for themselves, they use a 400-foot rope looped around a lava block for friction and slowly lower themselves down. Audacious.
Into the abyss. What's it like down there?
Subterranean darkness. They rely totally on the Roman Corf lamps. The lava walls sparkle, reflecting the light. Beautiful, but oppressive.
And the temperature. Still hot.
Surprisingly cool, initially. They move through inclined lava passages. This baffles Axel, but thrills the professor. It supports his anti-heat theories, at least here.
But a big problem arises.
Water. The dwindling supply becomes critical. Axel is constantly anxious. The professor's reliance on finding springs looks very risky now.
Still, they go deeper.
Astonishingly deep. 10,000 feet below sea level. Far deeper than anyone had gone before. Still relatively cool, deepening the mystery.
Until they hit a dead end.
Devastating. After days of progress, the Eastern Gallery just stops. They're forced into this grueling, waterless, painful retreat.
Axel's breaking point.
Absolutely. Physically and mentally exhausted. And here, the professor shows a rare flash of compassion, realizing how dire it is. Humanizes him a bit.
But it's Hans who saves the day.
Hans, yes. With his quiet ingenuity, he hears the faint sound of water inside the rock wall.
Incredible hearing.
Or just incredible attunement to the environment. The professor makes a huge call. Blasts through the wall with gun cotton. Very. But it works. They find a subterranean stream, they name it the Hansbach.
Life-saving water.
And more. It reveals a new passage sloping downward. Providence.
A real turning point, thanks to Hans. What do they find as they go deeper now?
Amazing geology. Veins of copper, manganese, platinum, gold within the schist and gneiss rocks. Hidden treasures. Axel, the mineralogist, is thrilled. And fossils.
Yes. Axel finds trilobites in Silurian rock, those ancient marine arthropods. Then ganoid fish and early reptiles, sauroids in Devonian layers.
So they're literally walking back through geological time.
Exactly. A tangible record of Earth's deep history, perfectly preserved. Though the professor's mostly just focused on going down.
Typical. Any other formations?
Vast natural coal seams. Proof of ancient, profuse vegetation formed over millions of years, untouched by humans. breathtaking.
But then things take a dark turn for Axel.
One of the most harrowing parts, he gets separated from the others.
Lost in the labyrinth.
And his lamp fails, plunging him into total darkness, total despair.
The psychological toll must have been immense.
He hallucinates, hears phantom voices, even tries to drink his own blood in desperation. It's terrifying. Pure survival mode.
How does he get found?
Miraculously. He cries out, and due to some amazing acoustic phenomenon, he hears his uncle's voice, echoing through the rock. Yes, distorted, but there. They use their chronometers, time the echoes, and calculate they're over 4 miles apart.
Incredible. Using science even then.
The professor guides him, tells him to slide down towards the sound.
A leap of faith in the dark.
Totally. It's an uncontrolled descent. He slides, falls, loses consciousness.
But survives.
Miraculously lands near them, saved by science and sheer luck.
And when he wakes up,
the biggest reveal yet. A vast subterranean ocean, lit by a strange electric glow.
like an aurora borealis underground.
Exactly. Bathing this immense cavern in continuous cool light, the professor triumphantly names it the Liedenbrock Sea.
An entire hidden ocean. Unbelievable. What's it like?
It has tides, influenced by the moon, which actually contradicts Davy's theory about no liquid core, at least for this massive underground sea.
Fascinating. So Davy was wrong in Verne's world.
Seems so for this specific environment. It also has winds, clouds, all under immense atmospheric pressure.
And the compass behaves strangely.
Yeah, the needle points up from the pole instead of dipping down. Suggests the magnetic pole is somewhere between them and the surface. More scientific puzzles.
So they've found an entire underground world that defies 19th century science in multiple ways.
Precisely. Setting the stage for the next, even wilder phase of their journey.
Right, so they've discovered this incredible underground ocean, the Liedenbrock Sea. What's the next logical step?
Build a boat, of course, or rather, a raft.
And Hans steps up again.
Naturally. With his usual quiet efficiency, he constructs a sturdy raft from petrified wood they find on the shore. Wood turned to stone. Cool.
Yeah. Uses spliced poles for a mast, a blanket for a sail. Pure improvisation and resourcefulness.
You have to admire Hans.
Absolutely. They name their starting point Port Groben, a nice touch from Axel.
A nod to his love back home.
And they set sail across this vast, mysterious sea. The professor estimates they're moving fast, maybe 90 miles a day, pushed by currents.
Eager to see what's on the other side, what do they encounter?
Truly bizarre landscapes. First, this forest of gigantic mushrooms.
How big?
30 to 40 feet high, towering over them. It's otherworldly, bathed in that strange electric glow.
Wow, like an alien planet.
Then later, colossal trees from the tertiary period. Huge Lycopodium, Sigillaria, tree ferns. But they're all colorless.
Why colorless?
Lack of sunlight. They're pale, ghostly white or gray. A truly alien ecosystem, frozen in time. A living fossil world.
And evidence of animals.
Big one.
Us?
Oh yeah, massive evidence. They find enormous mastodon jaws, Deinotherium molars, Megatherium femurs, giant sloth bones.
So huge prehistoric mammals live down there.
Irrefutable proof right there on the shore. Creatures science said were long extinct. It proves life could thrive deep underground. Challenges everything.
That must mess with Axel's head.
It does. Leads to this terrifying dream he has.
The reverse evolution one.
Yeah. He sees ancient creatures vanish, the earth devolving back into a gaseous chaos. He nearly falls off the raft in his sleep.
Saved by Hans again.
Hans pulls him back. But the dream and the fossils foreshadow real danger.
How so?
They find deep teeth marks on their sounding lead, the weight they use to measure depth.
Something bit it.
Something huge. Definitive, scary proof that massive, unseen creatures are lurking in the water below them. They're not extinct down here.
Chilling. Which leads to
The Clash of Titans, one of the most iconic scenes.
the sea monster fight.
Exactly. A colossal ichthyosaurus porpoise snout, lizard head, croc teeth, battles a plesiosaur's serpent-like turtle shell body.
A primeval struggle right before their eyes.
Terrifying spectacle. A glimpse into a lost era. The sheer scale and ferocity are amazing.
Verne really went all out there. What happens after the monster fight?
They encounter a massive geyser, a huge cone of water shooting 500 feet up, deafening roars, electrical sparks.
Volcanic power.
Concentrated volcanic power. The professor calculates it's directly under England, thousands of miles from where they started. Shows the immense forces at play.
And then the storm hits.
A ferocious electric storm, underground.
How does that even work?
Verne describes blinding St. Elmo's fire, whirlwinds, torrential rain, constant lightning and thunder, pure chaos.
And the fireball.
Yeah, this white and azure fireball ball lightning Basically lands right on their raft.
Terrifying. What does it do?
It magnetizes all the iron on board, causes total pandemonium. But this event, seemingly just dangerous chaos,
Becomes important later.
crucial. It's the key to solving that compass mystery.
Ah, okay. So the storm wrecks the raft.
Shatters it. They're clinging to debris, and suddenly they're pushed upwards.
By what?
A rising column of boiling water first, then thick lava paste. It's clear they're inside an active volcano shaft.
Being carried up by an eruption.
Exactly. An uncontrolled, violent ascent.
Axel must be panicking, the professor.
Calm as ever, almost inhumanly so. He realizes it's an eruption, not an earthquake, and declares it the best thing that could possibly happen.
Seriously, he sees it as salvation.
A direct route back to the surface.
Oh.
The ultimate validation, maybe? He sees a way out where Axel sees certain death.
Incredible nerve. So the fiery ascent begins.
Terrifying ride up the volcano's chimney. Boiling lava, smoke, sulfurous fumes. The heat becomes unbearable.
A total contrast to the cool passages before.
Completely. It's a struggle just to breathe. And the ascent isn't smooth.
It stops and starts.
Yeah, strange halts, then violent surges. They figure they're in an intermittent volcano, one that erupts and bursts. Chaotic, unpredictable,
Every moment feels like it could be the last.
tossed about like corks. Until the climax,
They get shot out.
violently expelled from the crater, into the open air. Hans has to grab Axel to stop him falling back in.
Chaos. And confusion, I bet.
Total disorientation for Axel. But the professor, pragmatic even now, just demands, Hans, where are we?
In Hans's classic reply.
Just one word. Nedge. No. Meaning, definitely not Iceland.
Jaw-dropping moment. What do they see?
The complete opposite of Iceland. Lush, green landscape. Olive trees, fig trees, grapevines. Brilliant blue sky. Clearly southern Europe.
Where? How do they find out?
A young boy, poor kid, tells them in Italian they're on Stromboli.
The island volcano in the Mediterranean, off the coast of Italy.
In the Aeolian archipelago, yes. Right in the heart of the Med.
That's incredible. Down in Iceland, up in Italy, thousands of miles away.
It underscores the sheer scale of Verne's imagined subterranean world. These internal pathways, volcanic conduits connecting continents. Audacious stuff.
So they disguise themselves as shipwrecked sailors.
Right. Embrace their unexpected return. A different kind of triumph. It really suggests this hidden, interconnected network beneath our feet.
Amazing. So they're back, safe, but there's that lingering mystery.
The compass. Still
Right.
nagging at the professor. Why did it point north in the Liedenbrock Sea when they were clearly sailing south? He has no explanation initially.
A rare moment of being stumped for him.
The last piece of the puzzle.
So they rest up in Italy.
Yeah, recover in Messina, then take a steamer, the Volturno, back to Hamburg. Arrive October 30th.
And the professor goes right back to work.
Immediately resumes lectures, publishes his book about the journey, becomes a huge celebrity, scientific glory achieved.
But that compass thing still bothers him.
Just niggles away. A tiny flaw in the perfect story.
Until Axel figures it out.
Months later, yeah, back to normal life, organizing minerals, totally mundane activity. And he finds the unhappy compass.
The one from the raft?
Yep. And he notices something startling. Its poles are reversed. North points south, south points north.
Ah!
The connection, the light bulb moment, linking back to that electric storm.
The fireball.
Exactly. The fireball magnetized everything iron on the raft, including the compass needle, reversing its polarity.
So it was pointing north, but its north was actually south?
Precisely. It was, as the professor booms, just an electric joke. It explains their deviation. They thought they were going south, but were actually heading north the whole time.
Brilliant. It fits perfectly. It validates everything, even the weird navigation.
It does. It shows how even the fantastic elements can be grounded in natural laws, even surprising ones.
So, the ending. Everyone lives happily ever after.
Pretty much. The professor's glory is complete. His journey explained, validated. And Axel finds his happiness.
Mary's Grobin.
Yes.
Yeah.
She moves into the house on Königstrasse, his wife, the professor's niece. Adventure complete.
And the scientific community is left scratching their heads.
Left to grapple with the incredible implications. Challenging geology, expanding possibility.
It really is a powerful statement from Verne, isn't it?
That inquiry triumphs through observation, persistence, and, yeah, sometimes accidental discovery. And maybe, just maybe,
What?
there are still astonishing worlds beneath our feet, waiting if we're just bold enough to look.
A fantastic thought to end on. And there you have it. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us in this story.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
If you enjoyed it, a simple like or subscribe helps the channel out more than you know.
It really does.
Be good and take care.